The day I found out I was pregnant, I was headed to the courthouse to get a divorce packet. Approximately 6 months after our honeymoon, my husband had shared some things with me. I did not suspect anything, however, it did lead us to seeking marriage counseling. Ultimately, although I hoped that we would prevail, we moved forward with a divorce. So on that day, I took a lunch break to go to the courthouse. I had been feeling extremely nauseous. I didn't really suspect anything of it at first. However, just to prove a point to myself, I went to CVS to take a test. When I seen the lines, I immediately started crying. I was in shock and I was upset. The first thing that I thought was, I am in no position to have a child. I was about to go through a divorce. I was potentially about to sell my house and not have anywhere to live. There were so many unknowns that I just was uncertain of. The only thing that I had stable at that time was my faith in my career. And even then, my relationship with God was not where it needed to be. I knew about the Women's Pregnancy Center through my church, Meadowbrook. As soon as I left CVS, I went there to confirm the results because I still had doubt and fear. Before I even got there, I convinced myself that I just couldn't go through with having a kid right now. But at the same time, I had very strong feelings of guilt and conviction because of my faith and my beliefs. When I walked through the door, I was experiencing a whirlwind of emotions. I didn't really know what to expect. Then I met my advocate, Virginia. She was exactly what I needed in that moment. She shared with me all of my options, shared with me her very personal testimony, and then prayed over me. So as Virginia was sharing her story with me, it made me think about how my grandmother adopted my father at 2 days old out of the hospital. Had his biological mother not made the decision to choose life, then he wouldn't be here and neither would I. Then the nurse came in and confirmed the results. In that moment, I was numb. I was in shock. I was focusing so much on my fears and just couldn't understand how or why this was happening to me. I was scheduled to come back for an ultrasound, and when I see my baby's heartbeat is when it really hit me. I started crying, and in that moment, something told me I should not go through with the abortion. I just had to have faith and believe that everything was going to work out. Throughout my pregnancy, I was very depressed. There were times that I felt confident with my decision, but then at other times I questioned if I really made the right decision. I was going through a divorce. I was experiencing really bad morning sickness every day. So just getting up and going to work every day was a battle in and of itself. All the way through the end, I was just having a really hard time. But on March 14th, 2024, Faith was born. When I found out she was gonna be a girl, I immediately knew that I was gonna name her Faith. A few years before, my sister had passed and her name was Angelica Faith. So I thought it would be a beautiful way to honor her. After I gave birth to her, I experienced postpartum depression, which was really difficult for me, just trying to figure out how to be a first-time mom. And I really couldn't understand how I had a human to take care of when I could barely take care of myself. I was holding on by a thread, and I just remember thinking, God, why is this happening to me? But in that moment, I finally turned to God and I decided to pray for the first time in a very long time. I remember praying and asking God to help heal me from the things that hurt me, to help bring me some peace in that season of my life, and to provide me some clarity for all the unknowns that I had. I had to accept all of the loss and just let it go. And once I finally got into the routine of being a mother, I started to feel the anxiety and depression lift off me. I started waking up every day feeling a sense of purpose and joy return. And although being a mother was challenging, it was also the most rewarding job I could ever have. Becoming a mom actually saved me when I thought that it was going to do the opposite. I knew that she deserved a healed version of myself because she needed a happy and healthy mother. Her name is a beautiful reminder to myself that I need to trust God, even when times are uncertain and there are so many unknowns. Ultimately, when I put my faith and my trust in Him, it works out for my good. When I did baby dedication at my church, I remember seeing a verse that was displayed on the screen, and it was the same one as the verse that was on the little poppy seed heart that Virginia gave me at my first appointment. I still have it. I've kept it in a box of things that I've stored for Faith. Inside of it is the poppy seed. The verse reads, Psalms 139:13, You knit me together in my mother's womb. I love this verse because it reminds me that God always intended for her to be mine. One day, I want you to know that you came into my life at the perfect time, and I want you to remember that God is good. He knew you were meant to be mine. Storms in life will come, and when they do, turn to God. With faith in Him, you can conquer any challenge, and I'm truly grateful I chose to embrace life, and my love for you is immeasurable, and I can't imagine my life without you. In hindsight, I lost some things I never thought I would lose, but I gained the best thing out of it, which was you.